Greetings, fellow fleet members. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky Outlaw, Episode 20, Pirate Armada. Alright, you guys want me to improve the Pirate Armada. So, how to work on the fleet, freighter, mods, or frigates. And I'll explain this choice too. So, freighter mods, your freighter itself can get modded. So let me show the freighter. So here's my freighter. Right now it only has an interstellar scanner and a freighter hyperdrive. So what we could do with the freighter is either we could try to get salvaged frigate modules in order to get more freighter tech, or we could try to get modifiers for the technology for fleets. Alternatively, I could go shopping for frigates. So your freighter can have a fleet of 30 frigates, and your frigates run missions, and I can start frigate shopping if that's what you guys want. I think while I'm here, I might as well just do a little smuggling while you vote too. You know, one in Rome and all, right? So, give me your arms and tech. And then I'm going to smuggle this somewhere else. So the easiest way to do this is just to, not pillar, to go to my base and then warp from my base to some other station. So I would not mind buying frigates and start running frigate missions. I probably only can run a few frigate missions per stream because they do, on average, take between 40 minutes to like a full day and change in order to run. But yeah, happy to run those if that's something that you want. There's also the possibility of using the storage augmentations that I own in order to start expanding the ship that I just bought. Once I start doing that, I am very likely to take ever-changing ships to some other ship off the table. Like, once I start investing ship expansions into my ship, I'm not changing ships again. It's just too expensive. Why is there a sentinel floating above me somewhere? Yo, sentinel, why are you down here? Piss off. Dead. Love it. Think you could come underwater into my base? No, sir. All right, you guys want me to shop for frigates? Got it. Got it. Love it. So the good news is the frigates can be named after you, the viewers, the subscribers in my chat. So there will be a chance to do that. I was smuggling. Let's go smuggle this tech to Korvax. Right? Korvax like tech. We'll make them pay. Like how the Sentinel Force got deactivated as I was teleporting away. Oops. Phase beam, don't care. Positron, nope. I'm just checking to see if it's anything I would want to install. Plasma launcher, nope. Bolt caster, nope. Neutron cannon, nope. Blaze jab, nope. And second blaze jab, nope. A starship shield, yeah, I might want that. So I'm gonna move that over to my ship, because it might be better than this 22%er. And even if it's not better, I'm gonna use it anyway, because one of the rules... Oh, a banned hyperdrive module. I will move that over as well, to be installed at some point. Mining beam? Yeah. So, just to remind everybody, one of the things that that I wanted to do in this series is to only use smuggled tech. So even if my smuggled tech is worse than like the S-class stuff I have, I'm going to change to it. Because I'd rather have smuggled stuff. What did that break into? It disappeared. What? I don't know what it became. That was... Well, whatever. I am not sure. I guess it will be the last in the pop-ups here. Plasma, bolt caster, blaze, hyperdrive. Come on, keep going. 2 hyperdrive modules. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, here it is. All right. Get rid of that and install the black market one. Oh, it's the same. 22%. Perfect. All right. Well, I don't have room for these hyperdrive modules, so I'll just leave them be. And we'll go sell them to their tech dealer. And then I'll start shopping for frigates. Yeah, I'm not interested in talking to you. You're going to buy my illegal stuff. So phase, blaze, the old shields, neutron cannon. I'm just making sure I don't sell anything I don't mean to, like the Has gauntlets I want to keep. Simple translator I want to keep. Okay. I thought I sold that. Okay, there we go. Nice. And we're up, I don't know, a few thousand nanites. Not bad. Not bad at all. Made some extra room in our inventory. And now we go ahead and shop for... but not in this system, actually. It just occurred to me. So if I want to add frigates to my fleet... You can see why pirates make tons of nanites quickly? Yeah, and that was like not even a big smuggle run. You could make tens of thousands an hour. I mean, just mind-boggling amount of nanites. There's pretty much no way to make nanites faster. I would like to go to a Viking system. They might be a little pissed at me for, you know, blowing up their trade ships, but hopefully they can forgive me. So, role-playing wise, I am not a friend of Korvax or Gek. The Viking hate the Sentinels, as do I. The Viking are warriors, as am I. So if I'm siding with anyone, it's going to be the Viking. And I want Viking freighters, or frigates, rather. And I'll also take Viking missions. My standing with the Viking kind of sucks right now, because I, well, you know, blew up their stuff. So there's going to be a lot of repairing that relationship to do, I suppose. But that's fine. I'll just try to not blow up Viking ships in the future. And if I do, who cares? I don't really care about my Outlaw rep. So another thing I'm going to do when shopping for the frigates is I really only want newbie pilots. I don't want experienced ones. I want to see the pilots grow and become better over time. So when hiring, I'm only going to be hiring like C-tier, like barely able to fly straight pilots, so that I take them under my wing and teach them to be proper smugglers. So in order to do this, you just fly around space until you find like a Armada, you know, like the one I'm staring at now. And you just fly at the ships that are recruitable, the frigates, and communicate with them. So, we inspect the frigate. This one is a combat ship. And it, I mean, it's B tier. So, here's how to judge. This isn't the definitive guide or all. But here's how I judge frigates to buy. So the way you use frigates is you have a subset of missions that are offered to you on your freighter that you can deploy these NPC ships to. And there are combat missions, exploration missions, industrial missions, trade missions, and balanced ones. Balanced ones is kind of a mix of all of them. And you have combat ships, exploration ships, industrial ships, trade ships, and supply ships. Supply ships lower the fuel cost for running missions. The most expensive upkeep to running freighter and frigate missions is fuel. So generally speaking, when I shop for frigates, I'm looking at the fuel requirements per light year. This ship has a pretty good fuel requirement per light year. It's 6 tons of fuel every 250 light years. You can find them between, like, at the lower end, maybe like 3 or so. You can also have ships that require like 15. Now, some of the missions require you to go thousands of light years. This is going to make a huge difference in fuel efficiency, because a ship that requires 4 fuel is going to be 4 times more efficient than a ship that requires 16. So a huge factor about the ships I like to hire is their fuel efficiency. And then the other one is your ships will naturally level up, but only a finite amount of times. And that amount of times is based upon the expeditions. So this ship has been on 14 expeditions, and going off of memory, it's somewhere between 0 and like 70. I think it's 60 or 70, something like that. I don't quote me on the exact number, but it's around 60 or 70. And then at their 70th expedition, let's call it, they max out. They don't get any better ever. They hit a cap. So when I'm looking for a ship, I like to find ships that don't have any negatives, are pretty fuel efficient, and have a lot of room for leveling up. So that I can, like, watch them become better over time, which is kind of fun. Rather than just, like, outright buying a S tier, which would A, be a lot more expensive, and B, they might not change over time. So that's how I'm assessing these things. Now, this isn't just me role-playing. If you're playing for yourself, yeah, you buy whatever the hell you want. I would, however, suggest that you buy roughly an equal amount of every type of ship, and you consider fuel efficiency, because fuel efficiency is going to matter if you run a lot of these. So we'll look at a few. So here is a fairly fresh ship. This is a trading ship. It has a trading score of 17. It has only been on 6 expeditions. It doesn't require a ton of fuel per light year. It's the same as the last one. And obviously, because it's a low level, it's a lot cheaper than the last one to buy. So I'm gonna buy this one. I'm gonna say total expeditions. Let me look it up real quick. Frigate, No Man's Sky. I think their first level comes at 7, their 7th deployment. I forget exactly. Oh, is it not gonna? No, it's their 4th deployment. So maybe what I'll try to do is I'll try to buy 3 and under. That's gonna be my threshold. And that's gonna be hard to meet, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The reason is, like, frigates are kind of, I mean, there's like a dozen frigates here waiting to be hired. They're not hard to find. So I'm going to shop around and only buy the freshest frigates. So here's one. He's an industrial specialist. His fuel requirement's a little bit higher than I'd want to pay for, but he's only been on 1 expedition. You burn too much fuel, friend, so I'm going to go somewhere else. And because you only have a max of... So here's one that is fuel efficient and sucks so badly at exploration that it harms other people because he's running on outdated maps. Now these negatives here, -4, they have a chance to go away when the ship levels up. So if you buy like a low-level ship that has negatives, they can get rid of those negatives, but they can just, you know, you might not, like in that instance, it's not 4 or under. So we want the newbies. And I'll lower my standards if my standards prove to be too difficult to meet. Oh yeah, I talked to you. You're the fuel guzzler. The fuel guzzler. And I talked to that one too. One thing I wish that would happen is like if the ships would disappear. Oh, this is a discovery ship. They also have a certain shape to them, so you can identify what kind of ship they are just from look. Oh, this is a trade ship, because I'm just stupid. The discovery ones look different. So I'm just going to race through these, and then hopefully I'll find a few, so I can run a balanced mission. Here we go. I'll hire you. So, low fuel cost, has only been deployed twice, and has no negatives. So we have one industrial ship. Now, the ship that I started with, I want to ditch. So I'm not going to count the ship that we inherited at the start of adopting the freighter. Nope, too many missions. We want the real newbies. Seven. Boo. And all the other data, like their personalities and stuff, that's just like flavor text. Three. Alright, I'll hire you too. No, I'm not talking to you. I just talked to you. I always find it really difficult to figure out who I've already chatted with and who I haven't. Like, I try to work from one direction to the other, but you get turned around so much in, you know, XYZ coordinate space. Oh, so here's a support specialist. So a support ship lowers the expedition's fuel cost, and I'll hire this one too. Oh, pirates are coming to mess with me. Cute. Alright, I think I might have missed some in here. Unstable plasma is the valuable cargo you found? Come on now. That's just, there's no way that's true. Unstable plasma is like almost worthless. Come on, just what is going on here? Ooh, they gave me free smuggled arms, though. I'll take that. That's mine. Alright, let's see what I got out of that. I got a geode of ferrite dust and a plasma launcher. Oh, okay. Well, cool. And what I want to try to do is to hire enough basic starter ships just to run my first balanced mission. And I probably already have that. 5. Okay. Now, where's my freighter? I wouldn't mind having a combat ship, but I can't find a good one. Oh, one other thing, you have to be careful. So here's a combat ship. Your fuel usage is a little high, but I'll hire you. Okay, so we have a decent grouping of ships already. Is this, I just talked to you? Yeah, I did. The one thing I was going to say is you have to be careful when the communications end, not to then click left mouse button, because then you'll fire at the frigates. And, yeah, unless you intend to make enemies. That's a big uh-oh, or whoopsie. So now that we have a few frigates, I am going to teleport to my freighter and raffle them off to you guys. So let me start the raffle timer. I think, what did I hire, like 4 of them, 5 of them? I forget exactly. But subscribers active in the chat, you have a chance to become part of the Pirate Armada. So good luck. Oh, and Bubba Chuck, thank you for the resub, by the way. I guess before I leave this port, I do have some smuggled illegal arms to sell that I got off of those stupid pirates that thought they could mess with me. That was the plasma launcher. Yoink. Another thing I wanted to do is to name my freighter. So the thing about the freighter is, like, it's A tier, so I do see a situation where I ditch it for something better. That's a possibility. But I will poll you about that. So here we can upgrade and customize the freighter. I do have technology to add to the freighter. Here I can view the fleet. So here's the fleet that we currently have. This ship here, I was going to ditch, because this is the one that came with the ship. That is one that's actually pretty strong, but, like, it doesn't meet our requirements. So, bye-bye. And here is all of our C-class ships. We have a combat, an industrial, a trade, and a support. I don't have a discovery. That's one that I didn't pick up. I will try to shop for a discovery at some point. And in 2 minutes, I'll raffle them off. Let's take a quick look at upgrades. So I have 1 salvage frigate module. And I think I am going to make the choice to buy a scanner room, as that is going to make it a lot easier to analyze solar systems. Like, so much easier. Scanner rooms are amazing for that. I need an ion battery. No problem. These are the types of rooms that I've already unlocked. I'm just trying to have the little, like, pop-up alerts go away. If you're anything like me, like an inbox 0 person, you can't stand for that. Alright, so ion battery. Done. And scanner room. So the advantage of the scanner room is you just click this thing and it scans the whole solar system. So here's the lovely solar system that I'm on. My silver mining base, my mag ferrite mining base, the aggressive sentinel planet, and then my home planet. It does remind me that I wanted to go at least to the silver mining base. I don't really care about the mag ferrite base, because I could get ferrite dust really easily, but I don't really want to have to manually mine silver anymore, so I'll just do that. So how to go about upgrading my solar ship slots? I would go to a non-outlaw system and use the modules. And I could do that in a minute. I was going to have you guys actually... Whoa, I parked... Yeah, I don't have a landing pad here, so my ship just, like, embedded itself inside the everything. In fact, to the point where, like, I think it would be kind of dangerous to even try to fly out of this. There we go. Because I'm in orbit, I can stick it straight into my my freighter. And that means I have another 5,000 silver, basically, to play with in my silver. We have a bounty on our heads? No, I don't think anyone hates us that bad. Not yet, at least. All right, raffle. Let's go. First one is gonna go to Louis. Let's manage our fleet. You'll become the combat ship. Oh, also, if you want to, like, change your name or whatever, I'm just going to name you. But if you want to change your name, come on, browser. Oh my god. The channel point redemption for character details is going to open up in a second, as soon as I can access my browser, which seems to be not possible. Browser. 1 second. This might be really weird for you all. I'm gonna... Hopefully it don't blow up the stream. I'm having problems tabbing out. Okay. Alright, that worked. Game's frozen, but I'm tabbed now. So, the character details redemption is now open. Second one is gonna go to Petrable. And then what I will do is I'll deploy you guys on your first mission. And hopefully you won't blow up. Number 3. Webster. Sorry about all the tabbing in and out. Windowed mode is really angry with me today. Webster the Merchant. And last but not least, the support ship, Dragon Mark 1. All right. Webster, you want the extra W's. You got it. So in order to deploy these guys, I can plan a dispatch by talking to Navigator Poyao, I guess his name is. And I don't know if we're going to be able to manage a 2-star. We'll see. Fleet rating is 1 star, so no, this is a bad idea. The difficulty rating is 2-star, the fleet is capable of 1 star, and I don't have any bonus boosts to make them stronger, so they're just going to get blown up. Now, they don't get, like, lost forever. They just need repairs, so we're going to not do that. I'm going to try to hire 1 more ship. I'll try to hire a discovery ship to round out the team. Dude, where's my car? There it is. Now, a lot of the times, you end up having like a 1-star mission at start. It just so happens that I only had 2 stars. So let's see if we can find other fleets parked up around yonder. But here's the actual ships. There are physical ships that that are around my freighter. So like this one is Webster. This is the trade ship. And I can land on it and repair it. I can also board it and walk around it. I'll show you that just like for the novelty. There's really not much to do on these ships unless they take damage. They're sort of like empty and Oh, but they're paying me some stuff. I'll take money. So yeah, if the ship did suffer damage while deployed, a few parts on the ship would need repairs, and you just wander around the ship going to where it needs repairs. So it might be like terminals, or I guess this ship doesn't have a lot of insides in here. Sometimes they have like large mess halls and things. They're all a little different from one another. Sometimes you have to go into the engine rooms. You know, so here's like an engine room. Or, I'm not really sure what this is. But, yeah, every ship can be boarded, and you can also, like, talk to the crew. The crew will also wander around on your own freighter when they're not deployed. So, inside of your own freighter, you'll have, crewmen from your fleets, which is kind of cool, too. Oh, welcome aboard. And he's just saying... Trade's been good, so he's kicking me some of the money. I'll show you the crew walking around at home in a minute. I'm just trying to find another ship I can hire. I might need to jump to a new system. So let's do that. I want a Viking system. Oh, here's one. It's a G. Okay, a Viking system, because I only want to make my fleet made of Viking. I'm racist. I know. It's amazing how much the game has changed since launch. Yes. Oh God, absolutely. So sometimes the fleets are like here when you arrive, and then sometimes they warp in as you fly around or towards the hub. And to answer you, this is vanilla. No mods. Whoa. Come on, fleets. Don't be shy. Is that a ship? I think those are ships. They're hard to see through the app. Yeah, those are ships. There is no details? Yeah, it would be, if you check the title, all the commands that are valid are in the title. This is a industrial ship. No, support ship. It's hireable. Well, I'm gonna hire it. It meets our credentials. Sub 4. Decent fuel. So, you're hired. I usually aim for like 3 or 4 of every type of ship. Thereabouts. So you can run multiple missions at once. But this fleet only had a single ship to hire. Which is unusual. So instead of just like... Oh, well, here we go. Here's another fleet. Complain and they'll arrive. Any of you for sale? That sounds sinister. Any of you for hire? None? Yo, I know you... well, here's a discovery ship. So this is what the discovery ships look like. They have this sort of, the centrifugal sections, typically. But that one's not for hire either. These guys are all snooty and don't want part of my pirate armada. So I'm gonna jump again. Come on, Vikings. Here's another Viking system. I only glanced at the star system's name, but it looked like Lowest Yurt. Or Lowest Yogurt. So here we are in the Lowest Yogurt. There's no cottages made of cheese here. No, it was Viert. Sorry. Got that wrong. It was close enough, though. Oh, great. And an Oblivion Elder God was first to discover this. So I see another discovery ship straight ahead. But I don't know if this for... Oh, yeah, they're recruitable. Come on, meet our criteria. You've never been on a mission. Your fuel requirements are rather high, but you know what? I'm not being too picky. I'll hire you anyway. So obviously I'm gonna be running another giveaway for the remainder of these ships that I'm hiring out. Combat ship, you've been deployed too many times. I can't brainwash you as easy. And this trade ship. How do you work on the squadron? Oh yeah, I can hire this one too. So, in order to hire for your squadron, you need to find pilots to add to your squad. It's really easy to do, and it costs nanites to expand your fleet capacity. So any ship that lands anywhere, I can just be like, hey, you want to join my squad? And they'll be like, yeah, sure. As long as I have space for them. And you're a sport ship. Too many deployments. Okay. Well, I've definitely hired some extra ships. Hopefully, between all the ships I've currently hired, I can make an honest or dishonest mission deployment. So we'll check that out. Whoa, I don't think we're landing well. Oh, there we go. So yeah, in order to... I'll show you both halves of it, Bathorn. So one is any other ship that you would normally either trade with or buy or whatever, there is a opportunity to add them to your squad. So any ship that lands here, I can add to the squad, but you only have a finite amount of squad slots. Right now, I either have 0 or 1. I forget which it is, but you add squad slots on your freighter. And then anytime you're in trouble, you can summon your squad. I don't have a squad, but you would otherwise be able to summon your squad to you to help fight whatever's fighting you. So let's do another raffle timer up top. And good luck. I'm going to reset eligibility right now. There it is. Oops. So while I'm back on my freighter, I'll check my squad slots. And the squaddies that I want to add are ones that are going to be also in Vesper sailed ships. So if I add anyone to the squad, they're going to be in the same solar style that I have. But you manage your squad here at Manage Fleet. It's the same place. And I have one open squad slot. The next one costs 3,500 nanites. Then the one after that is like 10,000 or something. And then 25,000, something like that. Where filling up all 4 slots open does cost a bit, but it could be helpful. So that's another thing that I can look for. So we've got 3. We've got the exploration craft, the second trade craft, and the second support craft to raffle off. So looking at the fleet, let me look at this again. I might be able to run a trade mission more effectively than anything else, because I do have 2 trade ships. Possibly an industrial mission, so I'll see what's being offered. Maybe there's a 2-star trade that I could run. Yeah, there is a 2-star trade. There's 2 of them, in fact. One takes 4 hours, one takes 10 hours. Either way, they would not finish by the end of the stream, so I'd probably go for the 20-hour. For the further that you travel, so these are the light years that you travel, so like 2,400 light years or 4,700 light years. The longer the duration, and these are real lifetime, so this is like 20 hours IRL, the longer the distance is covered, but also the increased fuel cost. So, in the freighter that we have, I've got what, 2,400 tons of fuel or something? My math is bad. 6 times 2, 1,200 rather. Half of what I said. Tons of fuel, which should be enough to run a bunch of these missions. I'm impatient, and I am going to do the raffle now, so I don't just stand here with my thumb on my bum. The first ship, going to Madsy. All right, Madsy. Whatever is top down. You are going to be the Prophecy of Souls. You're the science ship. All right. Next one is going to be the trade ship. Demps. Nice. Brand new sub. Winning something already. If the game lets me tab back in. Oh, there it goes. Oh, God. Sort of. I think, like, I messed with my video drivers. Because game is wicked mad at me right now. Like, real mad. Where it does not like me tabbing in and out at all. Please? Please? There it goes. Oh my God. And last one, the support vessel that we got. Okay. Come on. Bear with me, game. Let me tab out. Is Mikas. Alright. Praying to the... Okay, we're good. To the Lords of Sky. Alright, cool. Let's try to run a mission. So I think our best bet is going to be this trade mission. I'm going to assign both trade ships. I'm going to assign Mikas, because Mikas has a trade score of 2. I'm going to assign the Bismarck and Madsy. The fleet's rating is 3-star. The difficulty rating is 2-star. And it requires 350 tons of fuel to go. Launch. Then what ends up happening is those fleet are going to be occupied for 11 hours or 10 hours and 50 minutes. And then if I walk back here to the... wrong way. If I walk back here to the fleet computers, which I don't know where I put them. Here. This is the fleet command station. Each mission that you run needs one of these fleet command stations. And if they have any issues or updates, they will contact you through the fleet command station. You can also speak with the commander about what's going on, or abort the mission if you want them back. So they've covered a certain amount of the route. They have a certain amount of time left. It will show if any ships are damaged. So if the difficulty is too high, sometimes your ships become damaged and they need to return back to the freighter, and it will lower the yield from the mission. Alright, I want to move this here. Then I need a hallway here. Okay. So now, like, right from the captain's chair, there's the fleet on the right, the probe on the left, and then the teleporter. Cool. What do you guys want me to do next? That will be up to you. If you want me to continue working on the Armada, either through squadrons or additional frigates, or something like that, feel free to vote that way. If you want me to improve my gear, feel free to vote that way. The other thing I wanted to do is to ask whether or not I should start investing in this freighter or not. Because that will be... because this freighter is an A tier, which is still pretty good. But once I start investing in it, I am not going to consider trading my freighter in for any other. So I'm going to call this Yoda's Revenge. That's the name of my freighter. And if I wanted to run other fleet missions, I would just need another fleet command station, and you can build a bunch of these. So there, I've already built a second. I'm just changing the layout of this a little bit. It was kind of nonsensical. Hey, Crimson. Webster and Crimson, thanks for gifting out subs, by the way. So now we have our outdoor decks here. Oh, and you can see the ships that are moored. Or whatever, that in orbit or something. We got the banks, or bank. I only have one, and then the refiners. Oh, I was refining glass. And never took it out. And ferret dust. Never took that out either. Alright, one more minute to vote in the priority. Now it does seem to me like my freighter storage is just about full. At some point, I'm going to want to organize all this stuff so that, like, there's all the metals in one bin, gases in another, technology in a third, like that kind of level of organization, organics, so on and so forth. Illegal stuff, if you want to move the illegal stuff. Well, right now, I'm not too worried about that. I don't have... Well, once you have to manage like multiple storages at once, then it becomes taxing. But for now, it's not taxing enough to bother. Because everything is in one big box, it's pretty easy. Thank you for tuning in to No Man's Sky Outlaw, which originally streamed live on Twitch, October 28th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow outlaws,